Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Let me give you some sauce when it comes to some of these EDC deals that I often find. I normally just keep them for myself, and I must admit that shame on me. I should be able to share some of these deals that I find with you guys when I find them from time to time. I used to do this all the time, and now I feel like I need to get back to it. Let me jump into some of these immediately because some of the coupons expire, the deals may expire, etc., etc. So if you see anything that you like, check the links in the description. I have them sorted in order, and just jump on them when you see fit. The first one here is the Oknife, what do they call this? The Metel, the Metel, however you pronounce it. If I'm mispronouncing it, please go pound sand. Listen, they sent this out to me, so I know how this thing works. They also sent me the Heron L1. I think that's on sale as well, but I actually like this one a little bit more. This has 154 cm blade steel, which I'm a big fan of me some 154 cm blade steel. G10 scales. I think the scales look extremely good. It's like a super unique design on this thing, where it has like this inlay pattern, and it just looks really, really good. It comes in multiple colors, but the one that's on sale is the OD green version. It's a limited time deal, $72. This thing is normally 85 bucks. I think it's a pretty decent price for what you're getting here in regards to, it's a button lock. It is a flipper. You can also use the button lock, obviously, to deploy it, and I think it looks pretty good overall. You're going to be using this thing of everyday carry. Maybe this is the only knife that you're going to buy for quite a while. 3.24 inches is something that you can EDC, and you can also take with you when you eventually step out and go into the field. Now, I am not a fan of lanyards on my knives. I think we've talked about this plenty of times before, but I do understand that there are others that are not me that enjoy it, and there are maybe times when you're carrying like a slip joint or an SAK or something that doesn't have a pocket clip. You may want to put lanyards on there. Well, if you don't want to have to learn how to be an evil genius to tie it yourself, you can buy something like this where these lanyards are already done for you. Normally $8.95, 50% off, limited time deal. If you buy two or more, you get another 14% off. So, or excuse me, yeah, so that might be something that you might want to check out as well. The only color that's on sale is this, I guess, this greenish color. Maybe they have an overstock of something like that, but $4.47, that's a pretty good deal, 50% off. Jump on that as quickly as you can, because if you don't have to tie this stuff, but you want to be able to grab this stuff out of your pocket faster, I get it. CJRB Pyrite. People love them some pyrites. Okay, I understand it. I particularly don't like CJRB or their sister company, Artisan Cutlery, because of the warranty. They warranty the person, not the knife. So if I originally buy CJRB and I have proof of purchase, I'm the person to purchase it, and I resell it to somebody, they may not warranty the item. Actually, their website says they won't. Maybe they changed it as of the filming of this video. They don't. But a lot of times, how often are we really warranting a pocket knife or some type of manufacturer defect or something like that? And at $44.99, let's call it $45, call it what it really is. That's a pretty good price. G10 scales. It's specifically for the green G10. And also if you want to pick up the pink, those two are on the sale price. 134 reviews, 5.5 stars. And it hasn't been this price in quite a while if I look at my little chart right here. So you might want to jump on this while you still can. It does looks like it has a thumb hole, easy to use. Here's something I would snag up, and this has a lifetime warranty, and it's only $26.20. Crescent, you know they are known for making tools, specifically the wrench. However, they also make other stuff, utility blades, and they make pocket knives. This is a low profile frame lock pocket knife. I bought this at my local Home Depot when they were in stock. Now they sell them on Amazon. $26.20. When I bought it, it was 34 bucks. That's a pretty good deal for a nice little EDC pocket knife. The thing about this one here is it's D2 steel. I like me a little bit 154 cm a little bit more, but D2 steel, they put a coating on the D2 steel to try to prevent rust. So I can appreciate stuff like that. But if you're just going to be using it for cardboard, tape, thin plastics, thin sheet rock, it's a frame lock, it's a flipper, I think this is a decent purchase. Overall, I think this is something that you can carry. Maybe just leave it in the armrest of your truck for packages or whatever. Normally $31.99. Let's call it 32 bucks. You can get it 18% off for $26.20, 14% claim. So you might want to jump on that as quickly as possible. Now, this is literally the jump starter I keep in my vehicle. My wife has a smaller version of this, but for my vehicle, I have an Avapal. I don't know if I have this specific model. I may have one that has more amperage. However, this thing has been reliable. It has sat in my vehicle for months at a time without me forgetting to maintenance that. I usually go through my truck and maintenance anything that has a battery to make sure it's good to go. I oftentimes forget this thing because it's in my emergency kit. I used it the other day on my buddy's vehicle. It jumped it immediately, and then I didn't have to take my vehicle to his vehicle, hook it up. I don't have to worry about anything in their vehicle messing up my alternator or my starter or my battery. It's a lot easier to take this to someone else's vehicle and hook it up. What if you're in a parking lot or a weird angle and you can't hook your vehicle up, or you just need to jump your own vehicle? I think it's important to keep a jump box in your vehicle, and this is a fantastic one. Full disclosure, Avapal sent this to me when I originally got this thing, but I tested it out. I used it, and normally this thing is $89.99. It's on sale right now for $59.99. That's already 33% off. But there's also a clickable coupon that gets you another 20% off. That's going to get another 12 bucks off this thing. Grab it, put it in your vehicle, forget about it. And whenever you need a charge, you can use it for that. It also has other things on it, like a flashlight. You can use it as a battery bank. So if you're going to some type of, a game or something like that, you can use it for a battery bank. It has wireless charging on it. I know for a fact this is not the one they sent me because mine doesn't have wireless charging. So they've upgraded some features on it, which is quite nice. So check this out, grab it, keep it in your vehicle, be safe. Now, I keep a Gerber e-tool in my vehicle. It has a nice sheath. I picked it up from Devil Dog Depot, but it's a pricey boy. Tactical survival shovel, pretty basic trash name, but this is the #1 new release in camping shovels. I think that this might be prudent for you to keep in your vehicle. If you are in an area where you're always going off-road in like mud, and sometimes you might need to throw some dirt in front of your tire if you get stuck. Or if you're in an area where there's snow, you might need to throw something to help get your vehicle unstuck. I can see that this being a viable use for that. Anything for the survival realm, like this sharpened edge on the side, they want you to use it like a saw or whatever. I don't see it being good for that type of stuff. I don't see it being good for a pickaxe. But you know what? If you have nothing, this may be the solution. I think this is more viable for getting your vehicle out of a sticky situation. So if you use my coupon code that's in the description, you'll get 50% off this thing. It's normally 40 bucks. That brings it down to 20 bucks. I think that's a reasonable deal. I don't know when these coupon codes expire, so jump on these as quickly as possible. But to get 50% off of this makes a lot of sense. Now, a lot of times we're doing maintenance on multi-tools, knives, whatever. Look at all these bits that we're getting in here. You're gonna have everything that you basically need. If you don't mind having to crank it out by hand, instead of having an electric screwdriver set, this is gonna be something that's viable. $16.99, normally $29.99. But I also have a coupon here that will get you an additional 40% off of this thing. That's a pretty good price as well. So use that to see if you can clickable coupon or coupon code will get you 40% off. If you don't want to do it manual, or if you have a little bit more money to spend, check out this one. Now, I specifically have kits from Hoto. Hoto is significantly more expensive than this. Fantic is more expensive than this. I've never heard of this brand, Aeromax. I think a lot of these brands are probably made out of the same factory or same set of factories. Pretty good precision screwdriver set. This is an electric one instead of having to do it manually, and you can magnetize the bits with the kit that's inside. And it's $49.99 with a 30% off clickable coupon, but I also can get you an additional 20% off. So check the coupon that's down below. See, so basically that's not very bad. So you're going to get 30% off this price and then 20% off of the additional savings. So that's a pretty good savings. That's going to drop this thing down well below $40, and you can throw that, use it for maintenance of your multi-tools or whatever the case may be. All right, I'm all about battery banks, and you may not need a battery bank if you're a single person, if you're just a couple, you don't have kids, your phone lasts all day. I get it. But if you're like me, you got kids, they want to use your phones, use your iPad, use your devices, especially when you're away from the house, it's going to die. I know phones a lot nowadays don't really die that much, especially if you're not on it all day. Well, mine, they tend to die. I keep them at the ready. This is a mini portable charger for any device, really. They say iPhone, 10,000 milliamp hour. What I like about this has power delivery, meaning that it can deliver up to 22.5 watts. That means while you're using something, like while I'm using this camera or whatever, it will allow that item to not die. It actually can deliver power so you can continue using that item, which for me is super important for a lot of different things that I use. And this thing is $29.99, but you can get it for 40% off. So first off, it's normally $35.99. They brought it for a limited deal for $29. And then there's a clickable coupon to get 40% off. And then there's another redemption coupon for 8% more off. This thing is going to be probably around 11 or 12 bucks after you get done clicking all those coupons. Get this thing, keep it in your pocket, keep it in probably your EDC pouch. It has built-in charger, so it has a built-in USB-C port and a built-in lightning port if you have an older iPhone, but you can also just plug up devices at the very bottom. So you have the power delivery at the very bottom. So even if you don't have one of those devices, or if you're already using one of those plugs, you can charge multiple devices at the same time. I think that's pretty good stuff. Next here, this is a credit card diamond file set. Now, what I like about a credit card diamond file set like this is if you have carbon steel, high-end steel, like Crewware, Elmax, this is really good for honing those materials in between sharpening. So if you're sharpening, let's say a lathe, router bits, scissors, stuff like that, you can bring the sharpener to the device instead of trying to bring the device to the sharpener. This is really designed for woodworkers, but you can use it in theory if you're out in survival. Let's say you have a bench made Adamas, which those are made with Crewware. If you have a Tops Knives mini Scandi folder, that's made with Elmax. You can use it in between sharpenings to hone your edge, keep it as sharp as possible. And just for $17.60, I think it's something that's nice to have a part of your kit. Maybe not put in your wallet. I know it's called a credit card diamond file. Some people put it in your wallet. I wouldn't want that abrasive material in my wallet, but maybe in your EDC kit, maybe in the armrest of your truck, maybe in the very back of your vehicle or something like that. Normally $26.90. This thing is $17.60. That's 35% off and only 7% claim. So you can jump on that. I love me some Wuben X2. It's a fun light. It doesn't have, now first off, this is a big price to have to think about. It is $157 MSRP. Even if you use my coupon discount on their website, I can't match these prices that they have going on here. So I own the copper version. I force patinaed the copper version and it looks fantastic. Mine looks, matter of fact, I'll show you. So what you're seeing on your screen is the copper version when you first buy it, and then the force patina looks uber delicious. Like I force patinaed it with a bit of liver or sulfur. So you may want to do the same thing. A super easy process. This light is not anything to write home to mom about. Yeah, I understand it's a 1800 lumen output. It's a floodlight, not a spotlight. This is really good if you're going to be going on a night walk, if you're at a campsite or something like that. Now, if you just want to get the regular black version, it still applies 30% off. This is normally $100 or $98. They've already dropped it down to $88 or $87.98. Then there's a clickable coupon to get 30% off. Then there's a redeemable promotion to get 10% more off. That's a lot of money off for these flashlights. I particularly like the copper one, but it's a pricey boy. But everything I just said, the 30%, the 10%, all applies for that. What is this one? Is $300. This is $300. Is this one already patinaed? Okay, a lot of different options for you. Me personally, I would probably get either the copper or I would get the white. And I would apply those coupons and just keep this in a kit. This is a nice talking piece, a very good flashlight for very common tasks. The Gerber Devour. I like the Devour. I own two of them. The last time I purchased it was in November. This is a great little thing to keep in your vehicle. Imagine you're going to go help a buddy move. You're going to be going to a campsite or whatever. You forget a material to eat with. The last time it happened to me is when we moved into this house. We were getting a lot of work done to the vehicle. I was ordering DoorDash and Uber Eats. I know, but they forgot to bring utensils. Well, I keep this in my truck, literally just walk in there, grab it, and I'm able to actually eat my food. But it's more than that. This is an actual multi-tool. So it includes an actual straight edge here that you can use like a slotted screwdriver. You can also use it for digging. It also has a kickstand on the bottom, so this is going to keep the actual spork elevated when you set it down on the surface, so you don't have to worry about that thing getting dirty. The kickstand is removable, and then you can use it for different functionality. It has a can opener, it has a bottle cap lifter, it has a large flat head, so if you want to use it for as a slotted screwdriver, a nail puller, a pry bar, all sorts of things, in a package opener. Now, I doubt you're going to be carrying this on your person to use all that, but you can detach it and use this individually and keep the spork separate, which I think makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, $16.10. Normally, it's $19. Snatch it up. Let me see. Are any other colors on sale, or is it just the burnt orange? No, it's just the burnt orange. So if this is the one you want to go ahead and grab it up while you still can. Now listen, I'm a big fan of headlamps. I like to usually get them from like Princeton Tech and, you know, sometimes like Streamlight. But if you just need a headlamp for emergency purposes, this Energizer 500 lumen IPX7 waterproof headlamp is really good if you ever have to stop on the side of the road and change your own tire. Maybe you need to put a little bit more, you know, put something in your radiator because you're running hot on the side of the road. Maybe you're looking for something that fell underneath the vehicle, whatever. You can use this at a campsite. You can use this to dig inside of a dark bag or whatever. It is $14.50, normally $18, 13, that's 20% off. Here's what I would say. If you don't intend to use this very often, when you get this, the headlamp and the batteries are going to be separate. The batteries are normally wrapped in some type of plastic. If you keep them separate, you don't have to worry about using this thing and the batteries aren't working. The day that you need it, crack open the batteries, pop them in there, and it'll be good to go. Now, here is one that was a kind of a sleeper deal for me. I am a big fan of EDC pens overall, and this the Karas pen company had a flash sale just today. This uses a Pilot G2 inserts, and this is the Wacky Wednesday gray. The Rec Tract. This is normally $70, $35. It's half off for 35 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. That's an instant sale deal. And if you like stuff like this from them, they put out some fantastic writing instruments. So you may want to just check out and see if they have anything else on sale. This is the one deal that they have for today. I think they make some great products. And the fact that you can just swap these out with Pilot refills makes life that much easier. So let me know, guys, what do you find when you look for EDC deals? I'm always looking for them, whether they're for survival, EDC prep. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I talk about a lot of different stuff, but getting you deals on stuff like this is one of them. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.